Here is where I started out at Little Canyon Trail, and this is located about 4 hours east of San Diego and kind of southeast of Mecca, California. So this kind of gives you a view of what the mountainside looks like and how erosion has hit all that. Look at that face right there. This Canon camera that I use has a 40 times zoom, and it's a little pocket camera, and I'm impressed how well it takes pictures, videos, even from a pretty far distance. So there's another, looked like a face right there. Here's the normal path of the canyon trail, and I happen to see, off to the side up here where the water has run down through the canyon. So I thought I'd just walk back up in here to see what it looks like. So you're going to kind of see what is off the beaten path. Looking up, see that crack right there? I think I'm gonna go try to see what that looks like and just see what the water erosion has done down through here. So it's got a little tight, and I may have to take my backpack off again, but well, no, here's a dead end. That's about 6 or 7 feet high there. I turned around back there and decided to head on back down the trail some more, and then I saw another crevice breaking the mountain back in there. So I think I'm going to go down right in here to see what that looks like back there. That crack right there looks like an interesting point to see what's back in there. So here goes. You can see it's kind of narrowed down now, and oh wow, got to jump over this set of rocks here, see what's around the bend up here. Well, those rocks have ready to fall, look like. So I'm going to go back through this crevices back in here to see what's back down in here. Look at the little face. You see that nose on the right, and maybe a mouth on the bottom part of it. Right there's the nose right there. It's amazing what this rock can do in here. Wow, it's getting really tight. It's scraping my backpack. Having to squat down trying to get through there. Boy, you can really hear my backpack here scraping around. I might have to take this thing off. Well, I gotta put the camera down to climb up a little higher here. Alright, there's another section to go up. There we go. Did alright on that one. And now I've reached a point to where I don't think I can go any higher. Looks like the water's carved it out pretty tight, so I might have to turn around about here. Just back on the path here, and notice look like panther paws here, or mountain lion. A dog's got claws, whereas the mountain lion has got retractable, claws, so that you just see the pads. So walking down through here, and whoop, that looked like some deer tracks right there. So apparently that mountain lion is stalking that deer down through this area. This is the direction that the trail tells me to go. But I always enjoy seeing what's off the trail sometimes. So here we go down this path, another path. I just see a crack in the mountains up there, and I can see water has eroded this, so there's got to be, a crevice back in here that I can go see what the water erosion has done. So here we go. I'll never know when I get back here what I'm going to see or what I'm going to need. And most of the time I need my gloves on, because just like this one right here, it gets pretty narrow where I've got to push off of these walls. Oh, made through it all right. Wow, look at this. All right, a little further. Most of the time I get back up in here and it dead ends, or it gets so narrow I can't go any further. Like right here, I can see right now I gotta take my backpack off and put my gloves on. All right, I made it through that crevice. Sometimes I have to get on my hands and knees to go under these rocks. Well, here's another one that takes two hands. So I'm trying to see what's up that way. All right, it's getting steeper and steeper. I left my backpack back there because it's just too narrow for me to, well, I gotta put the camera down again. I gotta take two hands. All right, here's another turn. I think I can step on this thing here. Yeah. Wow. Man, look at this. The water has come running down through here. I was able to get up that one. Oh, it's kind of widened out. Oh, this is where it dead ends. Well, dead ends for me. Look how, used to be a waterfall right here. Just push those rocks up there. That's got to be at least 10 feet up there. So here's where I turn around. This is the direction it's supposed to be going. And I see a crevice in the canyon. I'm always curious about what the water has done to make these crevices like this. So I'm going to go up there and see. I mean, you can see how the gullies come down through here, so there's been quite a bit of water. Boy, I would hate to be down here during the rain. Oh my God, this stuff is really, really loose. All these little rocks are just barely holding on. And every time it rains, it's just more stuff is falling in. So let's see what's down this way. Rushing water. Wow, look at that one up there. See, that piece is barely holding on. So that tells me it's probably next rain or two, it might give out and fall down through here. That's one of the reasons I look at the weather forecast. I look at the weather, what happened a couple of days ago, And of course, I look at the weather today, and if it was a couple of days ago, you know, up in the mountains where it flows back down here, I don't want to go because it'll come a flash flood down through these canyon walls, and people have been killed and trapped. Wow. Now that's going to be too high for me to, well, maybe not. You know, I could put my foot on the side of these things, and I have tried this in the past on some other canyons, and those things are just holding on by sand, okay? And they break off, and I lose my grip. Sometimes I've fallen, and I don't think I want to do that. But look up here. Amazing, absolutely phenomenal. Jeez. I just noticed as I was going up this direction, which the trail heads, there's some rocks on top of this here. And I'm wondering if people are trying to say, you know, you can go down this way. Because I see, can you see how that's two separated pieces of mountain right there? I think I'll go back there and just see what that looks like. Here goes. Well, you can just see when it rains through here, how it just dripping that sand, or rock, I guess, you know, turns into mud. And then it just starts almost like stalagmites, you know, just kind of holding on where it can. And then, of course, where it doesn't, it just eeps, where's that a word? Down through the side. It kind of holds on like a muddy mass along the side. Wow, this is wider than and longer than I thought it was going to be. What a cool thing to see. You know, this is not on the trail. It's just see something along the side. Aha! Now it's starting to get narrow. This is where it's getting interesting now. Gee. I don't know how many millions of years this thing took to make this canyon. Well, look up here. I ate a hole right there. And then I ate another hole up this way, down through this way, coming down from the mountaintop up that way. Well, it gets a little higher right there. That's about 4 feet up. I'm going to put the camera down to get my gloves on to see if I can go up that way. I'll probably take my backpack off too. It's about 30 pounds. Well, I thought I could pull myself up that way, but I had to push. You know, it's a good thing I go to the gym and do dips and pull-ups, all kinds of exercises, just try to have enough strength to do the things I do. I was on what they call a rope trail yesterday, and you had to scale up these knotted ropes that were pretty vertical. If you haven't seen my video on the rope trail, well, look for that one. And anyway, I got behind a whole bunch of Spanish people, and they were pretty slow. But fortunately, they let me, you know, go ahead of them. And so I scaled that, oh, probably 12, 15 feet high rock area, just climbing a rope. And people up the top saying, man, this guy's a professional. And really it's all because I've done pull-ups in the gym quite a bit. Thank goodness. Well, as you can see, this thing still stays pretty wide. I've left my backpack back down there. I gotta go back down this way anyway. And whoa, now there's a scale. I probably could get up there. Oh, that's 6 feet. And put the camera down again. Made it up. Starting to get, you know, going up the canyon, Dead Creek, I guess. And it's, you can see that, or I can see the mountaintops are getting a little closer. So this thing looks like it's gonna go open up here when I go through that area right in there. Here goes. Oh, I can see here, that's going to be too high for me to climb. I don't know, let me see. Man, that's over my head there. That's about, maybe 7 feet. But I don't see anything to grab a hold of. You know, these rocks, you know, let's say that right there. I could pull on that thing and it could come off on top of me. You know, same thing with that one. They're all just sitting on, you know, kind of hard sand. And so they're really not tight. Yeah, let me debate here. Doesn't look like much up that way anyway. It looks like it goes up into a more of an open area. I think I'll go back down and find me another offshoot from a trail. All right, the trail's starting to get a little more interesting now. It's starting to narrow down. You know, the hard part of this thing, if you hear my breathing, is the sand I'm walking through. You know, you've been on a beach and where it's loose sand and how your feet keep slipping. You can't seem to get a traction to move forward. Well, that's what I'm going through. Sometimes I'll hit the rocky areas, but most of the time it's just sand. It just slows me down. All right. Oh, look at the color of the rock. I got to do some research, find out how that clay-looking rock gets sandwiched underneath that sand looking in just a little bitty piece of it. If anybody already knows, you know, leave me a comment down below on how that is able to form. Open back up a little bit. right, this is the turnaround point on the trail. And to get over that wall right there, probably 7 feet, I decided to come up this embankment. But I can see there's more trail on top of this ridge up here. And so yeah, that bush is really green. And of course the sun's coming right over the ridge. But up that way, there's a trail, I think, going back toward the, on that mountain over there, going back down to the vehicle. So I'm gonna give that a try. This is what I just got through scrambling up this hill. Must be 45 degrees and 100 feet down there or more. Fortunately, there's a trail up here. All right, now I'm heading back up this hill. I think there's a trail. No, there it is over there. So I'll go that way. Well, I wanted to get off that trail up there and get back down in the canyon. And so I'm having to scale down this thing on my hands and feet, trying to get down to this area down here. And I'm going to go down through the canyon that way. Better scenery than just a trail on top of a ridge. Well, I started up there, actually it's on the other side of that ridge, and I finally got down here to this canyon. Kind of like a creek bed, but of course dried up. So I'm going to see if I can traverse this area down in here. And I really got to watch out for these briars. That tree right there is full of briars. Unfortunately, this one here is not, so I got to get around this thing. All right, here we go. When I was coming down this dried up gully, jumped down here, and here's what I came across. Whoa, that must be maybe 100 feet down there. So now I've got to figure out how to scale down there. Well, there are no ropes that I see to scale down there. And according to the what I'm looking at on the sides of the mountains here, there's no way for me to get down there. So I'm gonna have to go back up the trail and see if I can find another way out of this place. Or not out, but down into that canyon if I can find a way. According to the map, on my All Trails map, I don't know if you can see this or not, but that dotted line is where I'm supposed to be, and that's what I was following. Okay, I'm back up here at this ridge, trying to look around to see if there's a way to get down, and I saw this area here. However, that looks too steep for me. And then across the way over there, there might be a possibility there where I can go down through that crevice right there and maybe slide down through those rocks to get down into that canyon. I'm going to walk around the top up here a little more to see if there's another way down. Okay, I was over in this section right in here, came out of that little small canyon area, and walked over here, and I see where this is scalable. The disadvantage to that right there is there's so many rocks. One slip and I could be going downhill. And I see this area over here, and it looks like it follows down into another canyon over there. I'm gonna walk over there and just look before I make my decision on how to get down there. This kind of looks doable here. I don't know what's going to be like once I get down there, but I'm going to try that. Looks like it's more of an easier, you know, not such a steep slope. So let's see what happens when I get down there. Ah, a footprint. All right, looks like someone else has been, you know, scoundering around. Yep, here's some more footprints. That's a good sign. What a piece of luck. Well, you know, I have followed footprints though, and it ends up in a dead end. But this looks like it might go down into the canyon at a slightly manageable grade. So, let me see how much further I can go down here. All right. I made it. I came from up there, not the top ridge, about the ridge of this one right here. I came down through that area right there, and then there was a little gully down through this way, and I was able to navigate down through all these rocks down into this into the canyon. So I'm pleased I didn't hurt myself, and I found a way down. I sure didn't want to go back up on that ridge. I was on there yesterday, and there was like 3 miles of ridge that just out in the sun, and I forgot to put my sunscreen on this morning. Should kick myself for that. But I'm going back down into the canyon where it's a little bit shadier, hopefully. All right, here we go. Well, I made it down into this canyon. I found some folks that going back up where I came from, and asked them how they end up down here. This is not on what I call a popular route, and they said that I think they said that there's danger, don't go down this way. I don't know if they did or not, but they ended up coming this way, and they've got a heck of a climb out of this canyon. As you can see, you have to pick the right spot in order to get back up on a trail on a ridge that will take you to the parking area. And most of it, you know, looks like this stuff here. And but on my way back to the parking area, I don't know if it's going to get any prettier or not. If it does, I'll show you some more stuff. Back at the parking area. Man, look how many people are here. Gee, this place is popular. This is what I slept in last night in the van.